Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King, and yes, the final episode guys. The final episode of What If Naruto Was the Ultimate Saiyan. I just want to say thank you all for sticking along for the ride. Thank you for all the help, the support, thank you for everything guys. And also, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto had a solo sensei and enjoyed that guys. And over in Anime King 2, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Treated Like Gaara, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy as well guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you, so yeah. Without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode start? The intros. So, the last spot we left off. Snavy has never been so more shocked in her life when she saw two Narutos. But her Naruto now had a tail, which was rather confused than another one. His attitude was nothing like Naruto that she knew. Well, he wasn't that much talkative after Naruto had put him in his place. But still, there was a disaster coming to the world that they need to get rid of. Its name was Frieza, a problem that would want this world to be destroyed because of Naruto and what he was, a Super Saiyan, something that Frieza feared. It was the entire reason why he destroyed Planet Vegeta, because he feared the Saiyans and what they can do, and how powerful they grew. So with that, Naruto brought Kakarot towards his compound, as he met Neri along the way. As she didn't want to tell him that she had feelings for him, that is why she stopped coming around. As she made up an excuse and apologized. But Naruto told her to come by later so they can talk, as she promised that she will. So with that, Jiraiya had completed something that Naruto wanted. It was a kind of gravity training room. By the use of seals, the training would be a lot more intense. Considering that Kakarot could not stand up when it was up to its max, and it was even causing Naruto a bit of problem as Jiraiya could not step in there. The seals were rather advanced, as he had put a lot of work into that. This is what they would train inside of for the rest of the year, so that they could be prepared just in case this Frieza guy showed up, as he was going to be a problem from what they could see. So with that, they trained. The year went by rather quickly. A few Akatsuki sightings, including Hidan and Kakazu, which was handled, but at the cost of a Konoha shinobi, but still. Mito went off the train to learn Sage Mode, seeing that everything was getting so much more dangerous, and she had to be prepared. As Samui came back as Naruto spent more time with her, Kakarot got a bit more mellowed out through the year that passed, as Neri had came over and they had spoken, as their friendship seemed to be getting back on proper terms, as she realized that she couldn't avoid him forever. But the day finally came, as Naruto kissed Samui, as he told her he would be back. She told him to be careful as he made his way along with Kakarot. Dodoria and Zarbon, they were the ones that came to Earth along with Vegeta and Nappa. As they landed in a different part though, they landed in the Hidden Zone. Kabuto and the others didn't know what the hell was going on. These two just landed and started to create all sorts of chaos. Chaos that they couldn't even stop, as it was quite problematic. But the two had to keep a low profile as they would be detected by the radars, as they had to see what Vegeta and Nappa was up to. Frieza did not trust them one bit. It was when that Naruto and Kakarot landed, as Vegeta was confused when he saw the two of them. Kakarot told him that Naruto was As Super Saiyan, there was no need to fear Frieza anymore actually. Make Frieza come so they could kill him once and for all. Vegeta was surprised by this. That is when Dodoria and Zarbon showed themselves. As they had been listening through the conversation, and in listening they had used their scouter to send the information back. Frieza was paranoid about what Vegeta and Nappa was doing, so he had precautions set up just in case. And that was gonna happen very soon. So yeah guys, that's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the please check out yourself so to begin this new episode. Well, final episode guys. Let's get right into this. Vegeta had never been so shocked in his life. He always knew that the legend was true. But to hear Kakarot swear that from his mouth, not to mention he seemed so different, and his lookalike was also a Saiyan. But they had another problem. Dodoria and Zarbon were here. Well. It seems like you were planning against Frieza. Vegeta, to think that you would go on and betray the hands that feed you. Vegeta scowled. So they're the enemy, said Naruto. As Nappa looked towards Naruto and back towards Kakarot, who seemed rather confident, considering that first time he couldn't even hold a candle to him. And yet he seemed so calm in front of someone like Dodoria and Zarbon. On the other hand, Vegeta was not even strong to face Dodoria and Zarbon either, as he would get his ass whooped. But yet Kakarot was so calm. Yeah, that's them, said Kakarot. I have a bone to pick with that big, fat, ugly pink blob, he said. As Dodoria laughed. It seems like you have grown some balls, haven't you? Well, why don't you come ahead and try to take me down? We were given specific order by Lord Frieza to crush you if we saw any treason. And Zarbon, wouldn't you say that this is treason? Yes, from what I've seen so far, said Zarbon. That means you're well in your right to kill them all. As Dodoria smiled at that as he checked the scouters, Vegeta and Nappa were the same. Kakarot power level as Dodoria started to laugh. It seems like your power level has gone down. 5? I thought it was around 2000 or something like that. Have you gotten so much more pathetic? That got Nappa confused. Gone down, he said. As Kakarot simply chuckled a bit. Oh, I've learned something since coming to this planet. I've learned how to suppress my power. So let me show you what I'm capable of. As he started to charge up, Vegeta clicked his scouter as he was shocked. The numbers started to skyrocket. 1000, 2000, 3000. It just keep on going up and up and up and up before the scouters exploded, shocking all of them there. Dodoria was in shock because the last reading that he saw was 19,000, while his power level was in 22,000, and you only seem to be getting stronger. What is this? Said Dodoria as he started to step back. As Kakarot started to laugh. This is the power of a Saiyan as he moved. His fist connected right in his chest. As Dodoria was blasted back, leaving Zarbon there standing in shock. Zarbon quickly started to form a key blast as he started to flood it with power. Vegeta cursed as he launched it towards him. But Naruto appeared in the way as he slapped the attack away. Boom! The thing exploded as it hit the ground. I might not know you very well, but Kakarot told me that you are a fellow Saiyan. And these guys, well, they're the virus that need to be purged from this place, especially their master Lord Frieza. Don't speak about Lord Frieza, you beast, said Zarbon. As Naruto looked at him. Enough talk. I can't have you go and wrecking my planet. I heard that you guys are known for destroying planets. But that won't be happening. Zarbon smirked. It doesn't matter. This, and everyone on this rock, will be reduced to rubble very soon. What are you talking about? Said Naruto. Lord Frieza knows that Vegeta was planning something. Why you think we're here? To spy on you guys to inform the Ginyu Force. What? Said Vegeta in shock. Yes, that's right. You remember the Ginyu Force, right? Frieza had them dispatched on a nearby planet. They should be here at any time. Well then, said Naruto, I guess I should finish you off before they get here then. You think of me as a little Zarbon was cut off as Naruto appeared in front of him. Sorry, I don't have time to waste. As a ki blast in Naruto's hand started to grow before he thrust it forward, Zarbon screamed as his entire being was annihilated, blowing him apart. Vegeta and Nappa were in shock. Vegeta, did you see that? Yes, Nappa, one blow, said Vegeta, as Naruto turned back towards him. You're Vegeta, right? You're said to be the prince of the Saiyans, and you're his partner, Nappa. Kakarot told me about you too, and how Frieza was the one that destroyed your planet, killing most of our family. And who might your parents be, Vegeta asks? And why do you look like Kakarot? That I don't know, neither does he. But we had our blood tested. It don't seem like we're relieved at all. It was then that Naruto sensed something as he snapped his gaze up. It's them, said Vegeta as he looked up. The Ginyu Force. Yes, Frieza elite soldiers. I guess they're here to kill us all, said Vegeta as he clenched his fists, as he knew that he had nothing near the power to take on the Ginyu Force. He would lose, and he knew that for a certain, which angered him. His pride would never want him to accept defeat, but the power that they wield was much stronger than what he possessed at the moment. You will have to kill them all. It seems, while being here, Kakarot has gotten a lot stronger, and from what he has told me, you're a Super Saiyan. The legend, it is true. That means you have the power to eradicate them. So go and show them the might of a Saiyan, he said. Look, Kakarot told me about your personality, so I want you to understand this and get me straight, said Naruto. I am not working for you. It doesn't matter if you're a prince or whatnot. I'm not with this Saiyan thing. This is my home. I just want to help you guys get rid of this Frieza guy, and then you guys are leaving. So don't order me around or tell me what to do. As Vegeta scowled at that, listen here, he said. I am Prince Vegeta. As Naruto moved forward and gripped him by the throat. He told me that you were hard of hearing. Now you listen to me, said Naruto as he picked him off the ground, as Vegeta was much shorter than him. As Naruto's eyes bored into his, I am not working for you, or anyone else. Once this is done, you and the big guy here will be leaving. You got that? As Vegeta thrust his fist forward, it slammed into Naruto's face. You done? As Vegeta was shocked, as Naruto did not even budge a bit, as Naruto dropped him. Now, let's go handle these guys. As Naruto rocked off, realizing that the spaceships were not landing anywhere near here. In fact, as Naruto doubled his speed and moved off. Vegeta, what do we do? Damn it, Nappa. He was frustrated as he looked around, as that Saiyan was much stronger than him. And he didn't want to bow to his whims even though he was a prince of the Saiyans. But at the moment there was nothing that he can do about it. But he would simply use him so that he can destroy Frieza and the enemies. Once Frieza was gone, he will force him to tell him the secrets of how to turn into a Super Saiyan, which he hadn't seen yet. Let's go, Nappa, I want to see the Super Saiyan in my own eyes. As they flew off, meanwhile that was going on, as the door was on the ground, in pain and agony. Wait, there's something I can tell you. It's about Frieza. If you don't kill me, I'll tell you what really happened to your planet. That Frieza destroyed it. The Dory had a look of shock on his face. I've known that for a long time now. You've always acted like the tough one, like you're better than everyone else, when you're just a worthless piece of garbage, said Kakarot. And now, as he raised his hand, burning hell, the Doria screamed as a ki blast swallowed him as he was turned into dust. Kakarot then flew off rather quickly, making his way. He had sensed that enormous power enter an atmosphere. It seems that they were here. Frieza really wanted Vegeta and him dead. Meanwhile, at the hidden rain, it was a normal day for Nagato. As the rain was pouring over the village, the next thing he knew, thoop, 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 something whipped through the air as they crashed into his city. A massive explosion went off out when they crashed, as the debris and dust spread, destroying a few buildings. He instantly sent out his paths to investigate what the hell was going on. As Konan emerged, "Nagato, what is that?" she said. "I don't know," he said as he sent all of his path out. Tendo arrived to see strange pods in the center of his village, in the center of the chaos as he watched them open up. It was then that strange members leaped out of them as they all landed. They then went in a strange choreography of sorts as they started to introduce themselves. Raccoon, Goldo, Jace, Birder, and Captain Ginyu. As Tendo and the other paths stood there confused. But he was shocked at the level of destruction they caused by simply landing. "And we are the Ginyu Force," they said, looking around. Only to see the 6 individual looking at them. "Captain, I don't see Vegeta anywhere." The strange, red short on the white hair said, as he had a rather weird accent. "Well," said Ginyu as he pressed his counter, "it seems we have visitors. They will be here shortly," he said, looking to where Naruto and the others were coming. "But for now, it seems we have a welcome party." "Who are you?" said Tendo, confused by who these persons were. "We are the Ginyu Force," Raccoon said. "We just explain ourselves by giving you our most flashiest entrance ever." "Did you not see?" he asked. Tendo was rather pissed off. Well, Nagato was, it seems. "You don't understand what you have done by disrupting my village like this." As he raised his hand, it was then missiles shot from the robot path to decimate them. He didn't care who they were gonna die. But all of a sudden, everything froze, as Tendo did not notice. Nor did Nagato, as he was looking through the eyes. But what he did notice was, when he blinked, 5 of his paths were dead, as they had a piece of shrapnel sticking through their skull. As Goldo was in front of Tendo, as he was puffing, seeing that he had just held his breath, Tendo was shocked at what just happened. He did not understand his path just died. He raised his hand to blast him away, to take the bodies away. Almighty! But once again, the place froze as Goldo held his breath. Using his telekinesis abilities, he pulled over a large rock and another one, as he crushed Tendo with it. While his breath was being held, time froze around him, and he was able to destroy the last path. Upon doing so, he released his breath as the body crumbled. "Good work, Goldo," said Jace, as he gave him a thumbs up, as Goldo nodded as he was sweating a bit. "Raccoon didn't get to have any fun," Raccoon said, looking around. "Well, it seems you'll have your fun now, Raccoon," said Burger, as Naruto landed, looking around at all the devastation that these individuals caused by just landing in the area. It was then that he noticed the Akatsuki clothing. All along, the Akatsuki was here in the hidden rain. Well, considering that it was a rather isolated area, it was a good place to hide an organization that he was hunting down. That was a good trick on them. It was then that Kakarot arrived as well, Vegeta and Nappa not too far behind, as Vegeta was still rather pissed off that he was now the slowest, well, not in terms of Nappa, but in terms of Kakarot and this so-called Naruto, who just proved that he was stronger than him by taking his punch like it was nothing, as he was still really pissed off about that. But for now, he would keep his cool. As Naruto's eyes focus on the one that seemed to be in charge. Are you the leader? He asks. Yes, quite observant. I am Captain Ginyu. And we are, I don't care who you are, said Naruto. How rude, said Ginyu, interrupting us like that. Ah, Kakarot. I see that you're looking well. It seems the rumors about your death were misleading. I'm not sure which one of you are Kakarot, but I'm just merely being forward, said Ginyu. Considering that you both look alike. Well, you have a tail, so I presume that you're Kakarot. Actually, my name is Naruto. Naruto, huh? Well, nice to meet you, Naruto. Well, we were given a specific job by Lord Frieza. This Lord Frieza must really be a coward, said Naruto. What did you just say? Said Ginyu. You heard me. Hiding and sending his man to do his dirty work. Why don't he come for himself? As Ginyu simply laughed. Oh, trust me, when Lord Frieza do come, he would just bring the destruction of this planet. It's not worth his time. We're here to handle it. Vegeta, I suppose you already knew that this time was coming. Well, it doesn't matter. I hope you're ready to die, Ginyu said. Now boys, which one of you want which one? I'm not being too picky, said Ginyu. I want Vegeta, Raccoon said. Time I teach that pipsqueak a lesson. Well, a final lesson to be exact. As Vegeta growled at that. No, I want Vegeta, said Goldo. He always act like he's better than me. But now he's no longer under Frieza protection. So I can kill him. Well then, Goldo, you've been a good boy and destroyed the other ones that showed up. So why don't I give you a try with Vegeta? You guys okay with that? Well, I don't see the problem, they said. As Goldo stepped forward. Well, Vegeta, he said. It seems like we're gonna have a slice. As Naruto stood behind Goldo, the members of the Ginyu Force were confused. It was then that Goldo collapsed to the ground, as his head was sliced clean off. As Naruto had his sword around his hand, his key sword, as the key slowly vanished. Goldo's head separated, but yet he was still talking. No fear, he said. You cheated. As Kakarot blasted his body to pieces, as Naruto did not even move. It was then that Captain Ginyu raised an eyebrow. This one is fast, he said. As Naruto was now in front of Raccoon, who started to tap with his scouter. Let me see here. Huh? 500. How did you kill him? It seems the scouters might be malfunctioning. Perhaps that is not his real power level, said Bertha. As Captain Ginyu checked, these are the state of aligned scouters. He just got sloppy and got himself killed. But with him gone, your routine would be ruined. Oh, trust me. You won't have to worry about your routine, said Naruto. Oh, and why is that, said Raccoon? Because none of you are leaving here alive, Naruto said. As Raccoon simply chuckled. Raccoon, enjoy the challenge. And now Raccoon will reciprocate. Hey, wait, said Jace. And, brother, we never discussed who will fight who. But Raccoon shot forward as he slammed his fist forward, only for Naruto to caught it. Raccoon was rather shocked. Raccoon must say you are strong. Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet, said Naruto as he started to apply force. Raccoon was forced to take a knee as Naruto bent his arm as he winks in pain. It was then that Naruto yanked it and slammed his knee in his face, as Raccoon staggered back in complete shock. He's handling them so easily, said Vegeta, as he floated in the air. Vegeta felt something as he turned as Ginyu was now behind him. Say, Vegeta, who is that Naruto? As Vegeta gulped, as Nappa started to form a ki blast. He started to generate the ki blast and pump more power, seeing that Ginyu had his eyes on Vegeta. I mean, he's fast, strong, and he also seemed to be a Saiyan as well, but I'd never heard of him. Vegeta, move! As Nappa launched a ki blast towards Ginyu. Boom! He was hit head on. Nappa smirked. If Frieza was gonna kill them, they might as well kill them first. That was awfully rude of you, Nappa. Didn't you say I was talking? As Ginyu brushed himself off. Well, I guess. As he appeared in front of Nappa. There is no reason to have you here. You're always unimportant. He grabbed Nappa by the face, and his hand started to glow with power. Vegeta tried to appear, but Ginyu simply raised a hand and released a wave of energy that blasted him out of the air. Nappa screamed as his face was obliterated. His head was blown clean off as his body dropped. It was then that Kakarot swinged his leg as it connected with Ginyu's arm. Ginyu was surprised by his strength. You have surely grown stronger, Kakarot, but I'm afraid just like Nappa there you will fall, as they start to clash. Meanwhile, look what he's doing to Raccoon. This guy, he's stronger than I thought. Say Jace, as Naruto gripped onto Raccoon's hand same way and started spinning him around. Raccoon started to scream as Naruto launched him in mid-air. Lightning started to cackle around Naruto, as he wasn't giving these guys a second to do anything to his planet. As that lightning pushed forward into a ball on his hands, he then released it as it shot into the sky. Raccoon screamed as his body was tearing apart, gone in the wind. Meanwhile in the tower, what? So quickly, said Conan as she was still in shock. As she heard the explosion, she quickly created a paper clone. Upon doing so, the paper clone flew out to see what was going on. As all of Nagato's paths were destroyed, a distant away Zetsu emerged from the earth. As something was going on, he wasn't sure what it was. Meanwhile, Jace and Bertha was shocked. He killed Raccoon. Well then, mate, it seems we can't afford to mess around with this one. We'll just have to go straight for the kill. As the both of them fly towards Naruto with incredible speed, Naruto leaped and dodged their attacks as they start to punch, their fists coming in fast. But to him they were rather slow, as Naruto twists and slam a heel in Bertha, before twisting and slammed his forehead into Jace, causing the both of them to stagger. He then stomped his foot in the ground, quaking it a bit before he brought it up. He cracked his foot in the both of their face, launching them backwards. As they crashed into a nearby building, they exploded out of it. Bertha, he said. As Jace and Bertha started to create a combination technique, Naruto watched as the sky started to fill with a lot of light. The technique was almost blinding. Let's see you get past this. As they released it, beams of energy shot out of the swirling ball of light, as it shot in all directions. The hidden rain was not so lucky as the tower. Konan was blown off her feet. As Nagato cried out her name, he quickly raised his hand. Almighty push, he said as he pulled his hand out of the machine. But even with the almighty push, the force, it hit the supreme beams, and he started to fall. His mechanical walker collapsing down and another beam came down. Nagato Konan screamed as he was caught up in the backlash of the war. As the hidden rain was being destroyed, people were running and screaming for their lives. As Naruto thrust forward, me. As he released it to the Ha, it slammed into their technique and completely obliterated. Both of their eyes went wide as they tried to move, which they were fast enough to do as they moved to opposite sides. As Naruto then made the technique split right down the center, shocking the both of them as they screamed. The both of them are reduced to dust. As Naruto landed on his feet, he then watched as Kakarot and Ginyu were clashing. Kakarot and Ginyu were fighting their heart out, as Ginyu was being pushed back, which infuriated him. As Naruto noticed, he flew forward, as he picked up a massive rubble and threw it off the woman. She had blue hair with a piercing. As she was knocked unconscious as he checked her pulse, she was still alive. As he saw a few ninjas from the hidden rain as they held out their blades. I'm not your enemy here, although this village is with the Akatsuki, said Naruto. But take her and leave. Now! Naruto shouted as he saw them still standing there. As Naruto had to slap away a beam that came towards him, it was fired by Captain Ginyu all over the place. To knock away, well, Kakarot and give him some space, but that did not work now, did it? As Naruto stood there, the Rain Ninjas picking up their angel and fleeing. As Naruto looked at the body of the man that was crushed, his entire face was destroyed, so Naruto could not know who he was. But his body was frail and he was in some kind of machine. As Naruto turned his sights back towards the fight, Ginyu couldn't believe it. How? How is this possible? He said. You were nothing but a mere lapdog. You were nothing, not even an elite Saiyan. You were just a weak boy. How are you challenging me? Said Ginyu. 1 year of intense training can do that to a person, said Kakarot. How long I have waited for this moment to finally show you that I am the strongest, he said. That you, Ginyu, you're nothing. As Ginyu frowned, you all are gonna die, he said, when Lord Frieza gets here. His ship is a lot faster than ours. He will be here shortly. Until then, as Ginyu smirked, as Naruto noticed the man was up to something. As Kakarot shot forward to end him with a blast. As Ginyu held out his arms. Change now, he said. As Naruto heard that, but Kakarot was going too fast, he could not stop in time. As Naruto saw there was a fish. Hearing what the man said, change. Was he planning to take his body or something like that? Naruto was confused. But Kakarot could not stop. As Naruto reached into the water and pulled out the fish and threw it. He threw it as it whipped through the air. Instead of Kakarot being hit, the fish was hit. And Naruto was dead on as a fish dropped back in the puddle of water. Ginyu was freaking out. Shock. What the hell was going on? Where was he? Was he... As the body of Ginyu jumped from the air and started to flap on the ground. What happened? Said Kakarot. I just saved your life, said Naruto. Seems he was going to take over your body. I don't even know if it was reversible. How did you... He said change now. He saw that he was being beaten. You told me that these guys have weird techniques. I figure. Well, that is not so weird. As Kakarot looked down towards the body of Ginyu. Well, at least I can do this. As he started to power up a ball of energy, he then thrust it down on Ginyu, exploding his body. As Vegeta landed, with a frown on his face. Are you always that looking? Or are you just pissed off? Said Naruto. Didn't you hear what he said? Frieza will be here shortly. And, said Naruto, I told you before, I'm gonna handle this Frieza guy. To protect my home, I have not seen any reason to show that you are a Super Saiyan. Show it to me, said Vegeta, because this cannot be the legend. I don't feel like it, said Naruto. As Vegeta frowned, I told you before you're not in charge of me, said Naruto. You will see it when I fight this guy if he's that strong. Do not underestimate Frieza. This is our only shot, and I will be stooping myself low enough to work with someone like you, a lower class Saiyan, to get rid of Frieza. Stooping yourself to work with someone like me? I'm the one working with you, said Naruto. Or can't you see that you're not important? You're not strong enough to do shit. As Vegeta frowned, that's enough, said Kakarot. Fighting each other is not gonna help at all. It's just gonna cause a problem between us. You telling me that's enough, said Vegeta. Alright, you better get that stick out of your ass, Vegeta, said Kakarot. Yes, you're the prince of all Saiyans, but that doesn't matter right now. We are here to kill Frieza and Frieza alone. We're not here to fight each other. Vegeta frowned because from what he could see so far, even damn Kakarot was stronger than him. So he went quiet, but he was still immensely pissed off. Meanwhile that was going on, Frieza was all in all a coward. Yes, he was one of the biggest cowards. That was the reason why he destroyed the planet of Vegeta, because he feared the Saiyans. That is why he would not step foot on this planet, because he feared the legend of the Super Saiyan. As he heard how quickly the team of the Ginyu Force was taken out, it didn't take too long for Frieza to arrive. Naruto and the group had moved from the Hidden Rain. As the Akatsuki was dealt with from what he could see, he didn't see any more members around here. As they were just heading back to Konoha with Vegeta, as Frieza appeared in front of the planet. "Is this it?" he said. "Yes, my lord. This is the location that Ginyu Force landed on." As Frieza snarled, he would just blow it all to pieces. As a tiny beam formed on his finger as it started to grow, he started to laugh. It brought back fond memories. As it started to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, until he thrust it downwards. Meanwhile, something was off. As the atmosphere started to change, an orange view started to settle over. "What the hell is that?" said Kakarot. "It's Frieza," said Vegeta, as he saw the death ball coming down towards them, to kill them all. "Damn it," said Naruto, as he clenched both fists. Meanwhile, at Konoha, Tsunade was sitting down looking through the window when she saw. What the hell? As she got to her feet, there was only one name that she could utter at that moment: Naruto. Meanwhile, Mito was meditating as she looked up to see. "My God," she said, back at Naruto Complex, as Samui had just came back from the doctor's, as she had some news, but the bag in her hand dropped. As all the people in the street looked forward to see a ball of energy coming down towards Earth. All around the nations, people started to see this. The masked man came out of hiding as he watched a dead ball creaming down towards Earth. Was this it? Was all of them gonna die? Back with Naruto, Vegeta was astonished when Naruto's hair turned golden. His eyes turned green as Naruto rocked off the ground. As he moved through the air, he started to charge. Me. As he pumped so much power into it, it started to glow unnaturally bright. Energy started to flutter off his entire being as he moved. As he started to say the words over and over again to pump even more energy as a dead ball creamed down towards the earth. Roshi came to a stop where he was, as he felt the enormous energy. "Naruto, my boy," he said, "I hope you can save us this time." As the only one that he could think about to save them was Naruto, against this external threat that would wipe them out. As Naruto arrived to the epicenter of the atmosphere, as he released the attack, Frieza was laughing when he noticed his attack came to a direct stop. Confused what was going on, he realized that his attack was coming back towards him. As Frieza realized it was being pushed back, it was being pushed back. What the hell? As he could not understand, someone was pushing back his attack. He did not let this slide as he thrust a ball of energy into it, making it erupt. Boom! It exploded. As it was too far to blow up the earth, but it did cause some backlash like great tidal waves. The atmosphere and nature changing a bit. As Frieza watched the chaos unfold in front of him, he frowned in annoyance. That was when he saw a golden view. As Naruto shot through the earth atmosphere, he knew that he couldn't breathe in space, but his speed was enough. Frieza was caught off guard when his chair was grabbed, as Naruto spinned it and launched it towards the earth. He couldn't allow him to blow up the earth from outside it, and he couldn't fight him in space. He was still holding his breath as he turned a beam in his hand and thrust it in the center of the spaceship. The thing went boom as Naruto flew back towards the earth as he took a deep, long-winded breath. before he came rocket down as he smashed Frieza's chair to pieces. The Emperor was blown away as he crashed right into the earth with a devastating boom. The place that he crashed was none other than the Sound once again, and this time the rest of it was not spared. Hundreds, probably thousands of Sound ninjas were obliterated. The underground catacombs were destroyed, reduced to dust, as many of them were gone in the blast. Naruto landed as Frieza was caught off guard. He wasn't expecting that. He picked himself up. Surprisingly, he was fine. Well, he was Frieza. As much as a coward he wasn't that weak. As he was really pissed off though. He watches Naruto land in front of him. So you're the stupid He paused as he saw that golden hair. This monkey was different from the others. He had golden hair and green eyes. You're the one that stopped my attack. I presume that you're a Saiyan as well. Plotting. As he saw that tail. All you monkeys have that same description. Huh. Well, judging by your tail, I can see why you would say that, said Naruto. But I'm not here to talk. You just tried to blow up my home. What of it, Frieza said. Kill my friends. My people. You heartless monster. I knew that you people were bad, but you are a definition of the word. And that is why I'll waste no time as Naruto moved. Frieza in his first form stood no chance as Naruto would not give it to him. Bam! Fist after fist. As Frieza was being gutted by Naruto. Punch after punch, hit after hit, he stood absolutely no chance. He was being obliterated. Frieza screamed as Naruto grabbed onto him and slammed his knee in his face, breaking that face of his. As Naruto started to pulverize him as he turned two discs in his hand and threw them forward. Frieza fired off two pink beams, but the disc sliced right through them and sliced right in his face as blood started to leak. As Naruto appeared and drive a haymaker in his skull before gripping his face and lifting him up. He then kicked him straight up in the sky. As Naruto slammed a key ball on the ground used to propel himself as he headbutted Frieza in the stomach. Blood puked out of Frieza's mouth as Naruto grabbed his foot and spin him and launch him. His face cracked in the earth. As Naruto flew down, his face started to glow. As he flew, flames enveloped on it as he slammed it. Boom! The ground exploded. When Naruto picked himself up, his hand was brought up with Frieza, who coughed up blood as a hole was directly through him. As Naruto's hand had pierced through Frieza like a bullet. It was at that moment the masked man arrived on the scene to see what the chaos was, as he was shocked when he saw Naruto standing there like that. As Naruto panted a bit looking down towards Frieza, who was still on his fist. As Naruto started to release the obscene amount of energy, Frieza screamed as his inside started to boil. His body started to swell until Naruto released it all. The Super Saiyan form being too much for him to handle while in this state. As he exploded from the force. As Naruto ripped him apart. Naruto panted as he dropped to one knee after releasing so much energy. But he was far from tired, but he could sense that he was being watched. Obito saw that Naruto was down as he thought this was his right chance. This was his chance to kill the so-called Super Saiyan. As he moved forward, he appeared behind Naruto like a ghost, going through space-time dimension jutsu. He was close. A rod slipped from his sleeve as he started to drive it forward. His body was fully tangible at that moment. As Naruto turned and thrust his key sword right through his heart. Obito was shocked as he glanced down, not expecting that speed. what one single second cost him. As Naruto threw Obito's body and threw a ki blast, Zetsu's eyes went wide as a ki blast obliterated where he was, completely destroying everything, him included. As Naruto was just too fast and too strong for them to keep up, they stood no chance. Obito gargled as he spat out blood. As Naruto ripped out the key sword. Another Akatsuki member down, he said, as Obito dropped and fell dead right there. Naruto reached and removed the mask. As he didn't know who this was, he had no idea. But he did have a Sharingan. He should bring him back to the village. Maybe Sasuke. No, Sasuke would know. Maybe, perhaps. He didn't know. As Kakarot and Vegeta landed. Well, that's done, said Naruto. You killed him. You killed Frieza, said Vegeta, still in shock. As Naruto powered down. I told you I would, he said. He didn't get to transform, said Vegeta. Did you really think I would give him a chance to transform? Why the hell would I stand there and let him transform into something more powerful? As Vegeta frowned. It seems you're a different Saiyan than we are. With the power that you possess, I would have relished that fight. I would, said Naruto, but he threatened my home. He almost killed my family. And now that he's dead, it's time for you to leave. Kakarot, on the other hand. What will you do? Kakarot will be coming with me as a Saiyan as well. He can make his own choice, said Naruto. As Kakarot stood there, as Naruto had gotten really to know him, and he wasn't a bad guy. They were kind of friends, yeah. With Frieza gone, and the Ginyu gone, and the others, we can rule the Frieza Force. Turn a planet back into what it once was, and recreate the Saiyans. We would need the Super Saiyan by our side for that as well. Well, you can't have me, said Naruto. As you can see, I have a home here. So Kakarot, what do you choose? It would be nice to bring the Saiyans once again. Well, as long as your antics don't get our world involved, it should be fine, said Naruto as he looked towards Vegeta, who frowned. The Super Saiyan. How did you turn into one? Tell me now. I told you do not command me, said Naruto. Vegeta frowned. But I'll give you it same way, said Naruto. Compassion. Someone very dear to me died. I don't know how that will work out for you, considering that you don't seem to care for people that much. As Vegeta scoffed, he started to head back toward his ship. I'll leave this idiotic planet. Now that Frieza is dead, his army needs someone to rule them. Kakarot, I'm not coming. What? I said I'm not coming. I find a home here with the Earthlings. And I'm staying here. You will give up the opportunity to rule the army. That was your thing. Because you're a prince, but I find a home here, and I like to stay here, said Kakarot. As Naruto smiled at that, fine, your loss. Prince Vegeta will rule it all. Well, now King Vegeta. As he made his way to where he landed, it was a shame that he lost Nappa, but it didn't matter. He still was strongest out of all the Frieza lower ranks. He could use them. It didn't take too long for him to leave the Earth. Time skip. As Naruto made his way back home, the first person that he went to visit was none other than Samui. As he entered the house, he saw her on the couch with a worried look. Naruto, as she ran right into his arms as they kissed. I was so worried, she said, as she caressed his face. It's quite alright, said Naruto. It's alright now. You're okay, she said, as Naruto nodded, as you can see. When I saw that thing in the sky, yeah, just some evil guy pulling some evil shit. But it's over. She breathed a sigh of relief once again, knowing that it was all over and he was safe. So it's finished completely, she asked once again, just to be sure. Yeah, said Naruto. Is something wrong? You seem nervous. Well, as she scratched the side of her face, I have some news. News? About what? Well, I was feeling rather sick for the past few days. Morning sickness. Morning sickness? Yeah, so I decided to have myself checked out. It turns out I'm pregnant. As Naruto's eyes went wide. You're pregnant? As she nodded, he picked her up in his arms and twirled her around as it made her laugh. As she then tapped him on the shoulder to stop. I'm getting nauseous. Oh, sorry about that, said Naruto. As she saw him fretting over her condition. Oh, don't worry, she said. I'm fine now, she said. I'm glad that you're happy. Why wouldn't I be, said Naruto. I love you. And to have a child with you will be more than amazing. As they kissed once again. The moment Mito came back, he told her the news. As she was happy for him. Not to mention with the Akatsuki gone as well, where there was still 2 more members out there. Time skip. It didn't take long for Itachi to show himself to Sasuke, as he wanted to end this once and for all. The Akatsuki was a thing of the past. Kisame was no longer assigned to them, so he did not fight. But Sasuke finally got what he wanted. He fought his brother. He fought him with everything that he got. As Sasuke won in the end, and ended his brother. But once he did, he felt more lonely, as he was the last Uchiha. But Hinata was there for him, to cheer him up, as he spent some time in the hospital. As for Kakarot, he was liking his new home. It was much better than being with the Saiyans. Konoha was his new home now. Not to mention, he liked Neri. Yeah, it was because she didn't like him. And Saiyans were rather attracted to strong women, so he liked her. But perhaps something might happen there. As Naruto looked towards his beautiful fiancée, soon-to-be wife. She had his child in her stomach. Mito was happy with her girlfriend, as everything seemed to be peaceful. He had informed Jiraiya about what happened, and Jiraiya, from hearing the description of the woman in the hidden ring, he had went there. Seems somehow he knew her. As Naruto was happy, it seems that everything turned out quite well. But everything would not last for so long, it seems, as Naruto currently stood in the monument. The threat of destroying the earth was gone. But something was happening, as a strange wormhole behind him opened up. Standing there was a version of himself. Another version of himself, what the hell? Who are you? Look, I don't have much time to explain. I've been keeping a low profile lately because the last time I did this, I was severely beaten. What? Who are you? My name is Naruto as well. All of this, your life, the trials and pain that you went through so far, is an illusion. It's merely a story. What the hell are you talking about? We're being used to entertain people. I've been on the down low gathering strong allies. Powerful people that not even that damn Anime King knew about. Who the hell is Anime King? I'll explain everything, but there will be a war very soon. A war that we need to join our forces to combine to kill him. And once we do, we will be free. And we will end this forsaken thing once and for all. There will be no more stories. Nothing more like this forever. You're telling me that my life is some story? Exactly. Soon I'll be back. I can't stay for too long. But I'll need your help. You are rather powerful being a Saiyan. As the person vanished, leaving, Naruto there standing alone. Just as everything was starting out to be good and well. His life was a story? But guys, yes. It seems Mage Naruto is starting to screw with me again. I've been keeping a close eye out for him, but he has been vanishing. Sneaking some allies behind my back, but it doesn't matter. Once he showed his face, I'll crush him. Well, he did say that he has some people I don't know about. Maybe he's found someone that can take down the great anime king? Huh, I'm not sure. Well, I guess I'll just have to wait for the upcoming battle. But guys, yes, that's it for What If Naruto was the Ultimate Saiyan. I just want to say thank you all for reviewing, sticking around, and everything, guys. But don't worry, new What Ifs are coming up soon for you guys to enjoy, so sit back, relax, and yeah, enjoy. Well, I'm out for now, see you guys soon, peace.